hindi ginawa sa akin? Bakit nila ginawa ang mga anak ko?
Ibaran, kasama mo hindi ako nakikita. Ang buhay ko ay hindi na ako. Sa ako yung itlog ang mga pala.
Ang sedula na ito ay simbolo ng ating pagkaalipin. Ang bawat linya ng papel na ito ay pagdurusa ng ating mga ninuno. Ngayon, ipapakita natin sa mundo na hindi tayo papayag na magpapaalipin pa. Mabuhay ang lipunan! Itapat ang mga baril.
Paalam, mahal. Hindi masasayang ang iyong sakripisyo.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about how the ideals of Dr. Jose Rizal might align with the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, Rizal wanted a better future for the Philippines, one rooted in equality, education, and justice. And I have a question. What SDGs do you think connect his vision? For class, since all of you are not paying attention anymore, I am giving you a project. And this isn't just another result, because you will be making a documentary connecting series of ideas to today's world through SDGs. And you have to give me real stories and real impact.
Professor, can we choose any SDG? Or do we have to cover more than one?
It's up to you. Surprise me.
Great! 9 people in one group. This will be chaos.
Oh, this is going to take forever. Who even watches documentaries? Why do we always get stuck on these big projects? Can't we do something easy for once?
Alright, let's brainstorm. The results, the SDGs. What's our end goal?
Education is the easiest, right? Rizal is all about school and learning. But that's what everyone would do. We need something deeper.
What about poverty? Rizal talks about dignity and human rights. That fits with SDG 1.
Wait, what if we focus on multiple SDGs like poverty, education, and health? Rizal covers all of them.
Ambitious much? We'll never finish if we try everything.
I think we should include real people's stories. Rizal fit for the Filipino people. Maybe we can show how his fight continues today.
Okay, let's start by visiting Barangay Bagumbayan. We'll talk to people up there and maybe we'll see what they're suffering with. Maybe we'll find our focus.
What if Dr. Jose Rizal were alive today? The man who once said, "The youth is the hope of our future," lived during a time of colonial oppression, poverty, and limited access to education. But how would his ideals resonate in today's world? This is a journey through the past and present, guided by Rizal's vision, addressing modern challenges under the lens of the Sustainable Development Goals. Rizal's novels depicted a society plagued by injustice, inequality, and ignorance. Poverty and hunger were not just economic issues, but deeply rooted in systemic corruption and oppression. How would Rizal's thoughts on these matters align with the modern global agenda?
How can education help people escape poverty?
In my own perception, education mo yun, broad siya na term. Like, for me, dili siya guarantee to help you or to help particular person or people na maka-escape sa poverty. Dili man enough ang education lang or well-educated lang ang tao para madato or may mong successful. For me, dapat both na skills and knowledge. Kaya puro ra ka knowledge, walay application, ang mahitabo, stagnant ra gihapon ka. Kung asa ka, kaya man mo gi-apply mo na learn. So education is guidance lang siya. Kung asa ka pa dong sa life or route lang siya kay sometimes manggod, especially karon nga generation is wala ta kasabot kung asa ta padulong. Or unsa gyud ato ang goal sa life. Or unsa gyud gusto nato na profession or asa ato passion. So education maka-help siya sa bata or sa particular person para mag-guide siya or ma-route sa iyang gusto. Ikadako. Pero dili gid siya ingon nga dako siya tabang para maka-escape ka sa poverty. Again, dagan mga successful person, di ba nga, successful without education. Pero kabaw sila mo diskarte. Okay, so kanang for me lang ang education, guidance lang siya. Dili siya guarantee or key para mahimo kang eligible. Pero dako gyud impact ang education sa lain nga factor sa tao. Like kung educated ka, of course, well aware ka sa mga mahitabo sa palibot. So pwede ka mo dili ka mahimong subject sa mga ilad gani or sa scam. So kana lang. Dako gyapon factor ang education. Kay it is something nga dili makawat nimo. Kana lang.
How does hunger affect children's growth and learning?
Actually, ang health kay is a state of body and mind, di ba? And if gutom ka, dili ka productive. If nakagipaminaw, it is considered as psychological noise, if I'm not mistaken. And if magsigi ka og kabati nga gigutom ka, dili na productive imong mind and dili na pud musud ang information. Maglisod ka og process sa information. So, dako ka siyang impact. For example, gigutom ang bata, musud sa eskwelahan. Ang iyang huna-huna is nasa iyang tiyan, gutom ka siya. So, ang information na gitudlo sa maestra, wala rin gamit. Depende sa bata if makakope siya or naanad siya. Pero for me lang, dako kay factor ang kagutom sa isa ka tao para gutom ka siya, kuya, maka-affect sa children's growth. Naman gitay mga nutrients na need sa body para proper iya growth, di ba? Ato na notice karon sa mga bata is nagkagagmay ang Pinoy, nagkaniwang. And dako gihapon siyang factors kay instead na ma-focus siya sa education, mangita pa man siyang pagkaon. So, advantage na lang sa mga busog ang tiyan, musuod, hinatod, and mga privilege kay study na lang ang ilahang priority. Pero ang mga bata nga gigutom in tao, so dako kay impact sa ila kay instead na mo mataig kabuntag, nya study na lang, other children mong good mauli, mangita pagtrabaho kwarta para makakaon. So dako gyapon siya impact sa growth o sa learning sa bata.
Why is it important for all children to go to school?
Again, it is something na dili makawat sa imo. It's lifetime. Tanan man good ma-fade. Like attitude, beauty, skills, pwede siya ma-fade. Pero if educated ka, ang knowledge dili man siya, abstract na butang, dili siya makita directly, pero pwede naman siya ma-apply. It is something na naka-built in na sa imo, dili siya makawat. Importante ang education. Importante ang education kay dili man siya key to escape poverty, but then again, powerful tool gyapon siya to fight back sa life. Okay? Like karon grabe na kay kateki, di ba? So, kung wala tayong knowledge or dili tayo well-informed or oriented sa isa ka specific na butang, so matanga ta. Subject for scam again. So, kana na.
I am Elijah Dominic C. Sandoval.
So, kaning I have 3 questions for you lang. So, kaning the first one is, why is it important?
Sige, balik.
Number 4?
Oh, 4.
So, the first one is, what can the government do to help poor families?
So, actually, the government already has such programs presented to help these kinds of families, especially the marginalized. But we have the program called 4Ps. We actually have a lot of programs offered by the government under the flagships of DSWD. So, 4Ps. So, actually, it is a way of the government to help these marginalized people, when in fact, it's also a way of helping. Trying to increase or lessen the poverty rate here in the Philippines, especially in very rural areas. For example, here in Ormoc City, we have 4Ps offices. These are actually beneficiaries that benefit from family counseling, the monetary standards, or what we say, the conditional cash transfer, modified cash transfer, and other kinds. So in a way, the government is helping the people, but the other way is that changing the mindset of having this so-called ayuda mindset or the dependency mindset. But overall, the government is helping, but we're just gonna base it on how will the people help themselves. But the question is, they are helping the people with these programs.
Okay, so much for that. So, thank you. So, the next one is, why is it important for everyone to have enough food?
Can you repeat the question?
Why is it important for everyone to have enough food?
Well, about that question, bottom line, it's all about hunger. The Philippines is one of the country that wastes too much food, and with so much wasting of food, we don't try to look at it in a way na there are children that is suffering from it. Such cases are stunting and wasting. It is a very high case here in Ormoc City actually, and some barangays here in Ormoc City is example, barangay at the tawag dito, doon sa Lake Danao, sa Barangay Danao. They have a lot of plantation, vegetables, and a lot, so meaning they have a lot of food. But the problem is they export too much, and to the point that the children themselves there in the area are having problems such as wasting and stunting, where their weight does not reflect their age, their height does not even reflect their age. So with enough food for every person, we can at least try to save resources and in a way make people not go hungry. So if there's a lot of food wastage, why not try to make some resources recycling for these people to benefit and be reused again, since we don't have much programs regarding food recycling.
So, the last question is, why is it important for schools to have books and computers? Why is it important for schools to have books and computers?
That factor is very educational. Books, computers, right? So, computers. Majority of the students, let's say in the rural areas, doesn't even know how to use phones, or doesn't master the phones, or doesn't even know how to use a desktop, laptops, or any other kind of electronics that are not very present in a rural area. So, what if the schools has resources that can cater to these kinds of problem? To be more of solution-oriented, the schools try to provide quality education, quality resources, and quality equipment. For one, your school has laboratories, computer laboratories, a library, and other kinds. But what if that was enough? We have a lot of computers, and we have a lot of stuff. So, if we can answer to that problem, then most probably the students might not be technological illiterate, because there's a lot of items, there's a lot of technology present in the area. It depends on the student if they want to learn. And yeah, but on the book side, there's not a lot of people or students that really try to read nor study, but still pass. So for me, technology is much more appropriate for expanding. My own opinion.
I'm Hanilyn Barrios, 25 years old.
Ano kayo trabaho ron? Wala.
Wow.
Kaning, more niya, kaning vendor ato.
So ako po tayo din mo te. Kabalo mga karon nga naganaw ko ilang alisod. So ako po tayo na kay. Para nimo unsa ang mga rason nga ang mga pamilya karon kay magkalisod.
Oh, of course, kanang financial problem. Nya, kanang sa mga palitan nito kay mas nagtikangan din.
Para nimo te, makita ba nimo ang pag-eskwela nga usa ka solusyon sa pagka-lisod?
Oo.
Ano man?
Siyempre, kay mo man yung sa way para mas pangita tag mas kanang tarong na trabaho.
Last question te. Para nimo ang pagpananom or kanang pagtukod og kanang mga garden diri sa kanang komunidad nato makatabang ba ni sa pagpaubos sa kanang gutom hunger?
Oo, makatabang jud kay for example parihaan ng kanang wala dili kay dito makapalit dahil sa mga kanang mga sudan ba na kuan niya makatabang niya siya to magtalong talabi na ng mga fruits and vegetables mga makakuha dito.
So as a student, kinahanglan jud ta musod nga naikaon kay kung wala tay kamusod ka lutang jud atong utok nya magka-lack of concentration ta.
Pero nimo unsa ang kapobrehon niya? Giun sa pag-apekto sa kapobrehon sa kaning adlaw-adlaw nga kinabuhi sa tao.
Pero ang nakapikto sa ining kapwel sa tao para na ako tigring siya kay parehas og kanang nay gani kanang ritmit nga nindot ining asya ika upan ibrikat na nasoban sila silang bitabilitas.
Yun sa pag-apekto sa kanaganing gutom, yun sa pag-apekto na sa tao. Like,
Gutom?
oo. Kung ang tao gutom, like, kung sa may apekto sa iyang kuhan, pag inabuhi.
Ako at gumayon, kahit posibilidad ng buang paano puso paano nagpangawa ka na.
And ma'am, what's the biggest challenge for your students? Aside from financial issues sa students mo na nga dili sila mo continue sa pag-school is kana ganing if mag-enroll sila sa courses na dili nila school so muna na dili sila interested in listening or kana mo continue sa ilang education. By building an ongoing effort by the school, parents, and the government to strengthen his ideals and to creating a more effective and nationalistic system. He would speak up against the high tuition fees from schools and he would fight for the para dili malimit ang access for quality education sa mga poor.
This is hopeless. Poverty, education, healthcare, it's all connected, but nothing's being done.
Maybe it's because the money meant to fix these problems doesn't really go to the people who needs it.
Exactly. Look at this. Billions of pesos gone, and no one knows where it went. It's all corruption.
This is bigger than we thought. Rizal fought colonial oppression, but today, it's systemic greed.
Hi, I'm Mariana Cristina Pieso. I'm 20 years old, a first-year college student taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education. I also work as a tutor for elementary school kids. Rizal believed education was the key to liberating people from poverty and oppression. He emphasized the need for a well-informed and united society, a concept deeply connected to the SDGs of a quality education and ending poverty and hunger.
So Rizal would likely advocate for structural reforms, addressing wealth inequality, believe in empowering communities through education and collaboration. Similarly, the SDGs promote sustainable agriculture, and equitable access to resources as solutions to hunger and poverty.
Rizal's global vision was rooted in his love for country and humanity. If he were alive today, he would remind us that the fight for equality, dignity, and education is far from over. His legacy is not just a reminder of the past, but a call to action for the future. Rizal's writings echo today's SDG goals of eradicating poverty and hunger by addressing the roots of inequality.
Rizal version aligned with SDG 4, quality education. He would likely champion universal access to education, emphasizing critical thinking and civic responsibility. His school in Dapitan was a microcosm of what education could achieve for a community.
I study hard because, like Rizal, I believe that education can change lives. But we still need more resources, more teachers, and better infrastructure.
Rizal would have called for ethical globalization, one that uplifts the marginalized. His advocacy to reform and international collaboration align with SDG 17, partnerships for the goals.
Hi.
This day felt longer than any of our Rizal lectures.
I didn't think interviewing people would be this tiring. I'm wiped.
But it's kind of weird to know. Hearing their stories felt different. It's like Rizal's ideas came alive in their words.
Yeah, but what's the point? Can we really do anything about all these problems?
Maybe that's the real challenge, doing something.
I think we're overthinking. Let's just rest. The world's problem can wait until after a nap.
Parang panaginip ang gabing ito, Jose. Sana tumigil na lamang ang oras. Panaginip ka ako. Isang panaginip na kailangan ito. Kahit gawin natin ating isang naging kahit panatiliin lamang. It's murder.
Ang iklik ng panahon na binigay sa amin, pag-ibig na parang isang halik sa hangin. Halik sa hangin.
Kailangan ba ngayon? Hindi ba pwedeng hanap dito ko naman sa ulit?
Kung magtatagal ako, maraming mapapahamak at sa bawat pagkantalap ay maaaring magdulot ng kasamaan.
Jose! Jose!
Para sa ating dahil.
It feels so real, like he was there. He was reminding us that we have a role to play, that we can make a big difference.
So tell me, what did you discover? Did you find that the ideals from the past still resonates today?
More than a magic professor, it's like Rizal's vision is woven into the challenges people face every day. His hope for education, quality, justice, it's all still alive.
The people we met are proof of that. They are facing hardships, but they have so much resilience, just like Rizal talked about.
Dear class, Rizal believed that the youth was going to shape the nation. He knew that the future was in your hands. His spirit, the dreams, they didn't end with his life. They are living on 3.
Wait, look at him. Doesn't he look like Rizal?
Yes, I am Mr. Rizal.
How is that possible?
My spirit has always been with the youth, guiding those who carry the torch. You, just like the other generations, you guys are the hope of the nation. And I want you to remember, the journey you're on is as much yours as it is mine. And each one of you has the power to create change, just like as I dreamed.
Hindi ako traitor. Ang mahal ko ay Pilipinas.
Apunten! Fuego!
We're not alone. Rizal's dream lives in us.
Ang bayan kong Pilipinas, lupain ng ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibig na sa kanyang palad.